it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I'm here participating in the DiemondDies Spring YouTube Hop for 2017. And I'm super excited to share with you guys how I made 3 totally different cards using just one die. This is the Pretty Petals flower set from their latest release. And before I get started, I wanted to share with you guys some news. This is a YouTube hop, so obviously there's an awesome prize. All you have to do to be eligible is to be subscribed to the DiemondDies YouTube channel and leave a comment on the YouTube Hop Stop videos. And you will be eligible for a $20 gift certificate to DiemondDies. Pretty awesome prize for very little work. There are very few stops actually on this YouTube hop, so I hope you enjoy each and every one. Next, I also wanted to let you know that the spring sale is still going on now through June 18th, and you can get 15% off and free worldwide shipping using the coupon code SPRING15, and there's no minimum purchase. Lastly, Dee, the owner of DiemondDies, has an amazing sale going on for the entire May new release. If you order the entire release before the Spring 15 sale is completed, the entire bundle, which is valued separately at $90, is available for $50. The price on the website is $59, and then if you layer that coupon code SPRING15, you get the entire bundle for $50. That's 44% off the suggested retail price. It's a pretty amazing deal. Anyway, now I'll get started on the process videos on how I made these 3 cards. I hope you enjoy it. Now, this first card that I've created, I'm going to be doing a multi-layer card that is going to have little shaker pockets with each of these little flowers. So first, I'm cutting some cardstock with the die. And I've placed a little bit of washi tape on it just so that it doesn't move around from where I wanted to place the string of flowers. I think this die is very unique because I know there are lots of flower dies out there, and DiemondDies has a whole bunch too, but the string makes it so that you know the exact position of these flowers. Now I'm taking some fun foam, and I'm actually going to cut 2 layers of this out. I'm just making sure that it's a little bit smaller than my card front. And then I'm taking a pencil and I'm just going to mark the corners of the big flower at the top and the little flower at the bottom. And I'm just doing that with a pencil because I know I want to place the die in exactly that same spot. And I'm going to put that die, run it through with the fun foam through my die cutting machine. And that means that these little flower cutouts will be in exactly the same space, the same placement as on the card front itself. And now you'll see the next step will be to align it and make sure that I didn't futz around with it too much. And yes, it aligns perfectly. So I'm taking some Aleene's Original Glue. You can use any kind of wet glue for this. I just want to make sure I'm getting all around each of the petals and all the way to the edge of the fun foam. And I'm gonna attach that card front directly onto that layer of fun foam. Now it takes a little bit of adjusting, but that's okay with wet glue. You have a little bit of wiggle room in terms of the timing before the wet glue sets. I'm just pressing it down with my hand and making sure that the fun foam layer aligns perfectly with the card front layer. Now I'm going to do that again because I want the fun foam layers to be thick enough so that I can have shaker pieces move around comfortably inside those little flowers. So I'm doing the exact same thing. I've put that card front with that first layer of fun foam on top of this second layer of fun foam, marked the areas where the petals are, and I'm running this second piece of fun foam through my die cutting machine. And the die cuts through fun foam like it's butter. It's so clean. Now I'm gonna take that wet glue again and go around all of the little openings, all those petals, so that I make sure that whatever shaker pieces I put in don't get caught in between the 2 fun foam layers. So I'm making sure that the entire fun foam layer has wet glue all over it, and I'm pressing that top 2 pieces together. Now I've taken another piece of cardstock, cut out that same line of flowers, and now I'm going to use a stamp. This is a Lawn Fawn stamp called Color My World. And I'm just taking the sentiment there, "You color my world," and using some Memento Tuxedo black ink, Some people don't like this ink as much as like VersaFine, but I think with a MISTI tool or any kind of stamping tool like this, if you can make the, ink solid, it's fine. And so I pressed that sentiment down twice. Now for this top layer, I want to cut out a little piece of plastic. And this is from a, one of those pocket scrapbooking pages. I just had a little piece left. So I'm cutting out enough plastic to cover all of those flowers. And I'm cutting off the edges so that it doesn't come off the edge of the card front. And now I'm taking glossy accents and going around all the petals so that none of the shaker pieces will fall through. And I'm using glossy accents because that adheres really well to plastic or non-porous substances, like acetate or whatever you want to use for your shaker cover. Now I'm using just a little tape runner and I'm going all around the outside edge of that card front, and I'm attaching the card front layer that I've stamped with a sentiment. Now I flip the whole thing over and I'm adding shaker pieces. And I'm going to do a rainbow of flowers. So I've used little red seed beads, then little yellow seed beads, and I'm going to fill in all of the little flowers with tiny little confetti pieces. This next one has little blue seed beads, and the fourth one has little green, this is actually vase filler. I just happened to have a big package of that, so that was green. And the last one I filled in with little purple confetti. And I'm just using my tape runner again. Oh, some of the little seed beads fell out, but I just popped them back in. I'm using my tape runner to attach that foam. But then I realized I didn't want to leave any gaps where the shaker pieces could come out of the little flowered vessels or the little shaker pockets. So I'm using my wet glue again, and I'm gonna put my card base right on top, and that will complete this first card. Didn't it come out cute? I love it. Cute little shaker, really clean and simple, and really pretty. The next card is a very similar design, but rather than making each of the openings shakers, I just decided to add one layer of fun foam and make a background of kind of watercolored smooshed paper. And I thought that was a really pretty kind of blues and purples. This smooshed paper is watercolor paper and it has ink on it. And it was actually part of a little Happy Mail that I got from a crafting friend. Now this card front, I'm stamping out Just Saying, and that's from Cards TV, Just Saying stamp set. And then for the inside of the sentiment for the card, I'm using an Inkadinkado sentiment that says, if you're feeling blue, try painting yourself a different color. And I thought that was a funny little saying for the flowers that are kind of in blues and purples. And so this card is one that I can send to anybody kind of feeling down. And it's really simple. After attaching that fun foam layer to the card front layer, I'm just adding this background of the watercolored paper, and I'm using just a little bit of tape runner to add that background layer and making sure that it fits and covers all of the openings of the flowers. And then I'm attaching that whole thing to the card base, and I'm adding more adhesive to that card front. And that is my second card. Super fast and easy, and I think it makes a really nice handmade card that you could give to anybody kind of feeling down. The third card is this card, and I didn't write a sentiment for it because I didn't know when I might use it, but I thought I could use all of the cutouts of the flowers from the prior two cards. I'm not using the fun foam cutouts, I'm using the cardstock cutouts, and I've decided to spray them with Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold and also in sheer. And I'm just spraying it down on some craft mat, and so the sprays kind of beat it up, and where I thought the flowers didn't get enough of the Color Shine spray, I turned them over and just dabbed them into the puddles that had formed on my craft mat. And so that dampened the flowers as well. So it made the flower easier to manipulate. It kind of softens them when they're a little bit damp. So I'm taking my mouse pad at my computer and I'm putting a piece of paper towel over that, and I'm just using a little stylus and dry embossing the petals. I flip them over, use the stylus to, curve the petals, and then I flip it over and squish down the middle, and that makes a really dimensional, super easy to make flower. And you'll see me do it one last time. I'm using all the different sizes of the flowers. That stylus is really easy to use. It's a We Are Memory Keepers stylus. And now I'm just using a little wet glue. This is the Art Glitter Glue with a fine nozzle tip, and I'm adding kind of the smaller flowers toward the bottom and then the bigger flowers toward the middle and the upper section. And rather than show you the entire process of adding all of these flowers, I'm gonna skip ahead and show you the card with all the flowers attached. And now I decided for the centers of the flowers, I was gonna add some flat back pearl stickers. So I'm using smaller ones for the smaller blooms and then medium and larger flat back pearls for the medium and larger flowers. And that pretty much finishes up the third card. I hope you've enjoyed this process video of 3 cards made with 1 die, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the DiemondDies Spring YouTube Hop. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day. Bye.